Namaskar and welcome to Express News. Let's begin with the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the visiting German Chancellor Friedrich Merz held one-on-one and delegation-level talks in Gandhinagar. Both the leaders discussed key pillars of India-Germany cooperation and reiterated their commitment to deepen the bilateral partnership and advance global stability and progress. Following the talks, India and Germany exchanged MOUs in multiple fields. These outcomes will create new opportunities for people and businesses, especially the youth. In a joint press meet with the German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, Prime Minister Narendra Modi described India-Germany relations as strong and expanding across key sectors, including trade, technology and innovation. The two leaders held productive discussions with Indian and German business leaders at the CEO Forum in Ahmedabad. Talks focused on accelerating investments and powering economic partnership and creating skilled jobs for youth. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said that India is a desired partner, a partner of choice for Germany. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the German Chancellor Merz participated in the International Kite Festival 2026 held at the Sabarmati riverfront in the western Indian state of Gujarat. The two leaders also visited the iconic Sabarmati ashram. The ashram stands as a powerful reminder of Mahatma Gandhi's ideals, which have given strength to countless people around the world. India's External Affairs Ministry held a press conference on the visit of the Federal Chancellor of Germany to India. The Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said that Merz's first official visit to India after taking over as the Chancellor is also his first visit to Asia. Vikram Misri also noted that the visit is taking place in the Silver Jubilee year after the establishment of the strategic partnership between India and Germany and the Platinum Jubilee year after the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Germany. On the occasion of Swami Vivekananda's 164th birth anniversary, President Draupadi Murmu paid homage to the spiritual leader. In a post on X, President Murmu called him a timeless visionary and a spiritual icon. PM Modi also paid tribute to Swami Vivekananda in a social media post. He said that Swami Vivekananda's personality and works continuously infuse new energy into the resolve for a developed India. India is celebrating National Youth Day on Monday to commemorate the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. On the occasion, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the concluding session of the Prasar Bharati Young Leaders Dialogue 2026 in New Delhi. India's Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav will participate in the Critical Minerals Ministerial meeting to be held on Monday in the United States. Minister Vaishnav arrived in Washington, D.C. and emphasized that securing critical mineral supply chains is vital for India's goal of Viksit Bharat. U.S. Ambassador to India Sergio Gore arrived in India last week. And in his first public address, he conveyed President Donald Trump's best wishes to his friend Prime Minister Narendra Modi and said that he will focus on strengthening ties between the world's oldest democracy and the largest democracy. US Ambassador also announced that next month India will be invited to join the US-led strategic initiative Pax Silica, which will cover critical minerals to advance manufacturing. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan and the Union Minister for Education, Dharmendra Pradhan, graced the 9th convocation ceremony of Jawaharlal Nehru University held on Monday in New Delhi. Addressing the graduating students, the Vice President reiterated the importance of seeking knowledge from the epics and scriptures. The Union Minister highlighted the rich legacy of JNU and emphasized the university's interdisciplinary academic curriculum. Earlier, Minister Dharmendra Pradhan interacted with 43 young authors selected under the PM Yuva 3.0 in New Delhi. The authors are participating in the national camp being organized during the New Delhi World Book Fair 2026. India successfully flight tested a third-generation fire-and-forget man-portable anti-tank guided missile MPAT-GM with top attack capability and capacity against a moving target. The Indian equity indices, we're looking at the business news now, ended on a positive note with the Nifty around 25,800 on Monday. The Nifty 50 was up by 106.95 points at 25,790.25. At close, the Sensex had gained 301.93 points at 83,878.17 points. The Indian rupee ended flat at 90.16 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on the 5th of February was priced at 141,505 rupees or 1,41,505 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for March 5 maturity stood at 2,65,020 rupees per kg on the MCX. The price of Brent crude oil is priced at $63.04 US per barrel on Monday. US President Donald Trump said on Sunday that credit card companies would be in violation of the law if they fail to comply with his demand by January 20 for a 10% cap on interest rates. US Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, he said that the Trump administration had threatened him with a criminal indictment over congressional testimony that he gave last summer regarding a Fed building renovation project. European shares edged lower as the US Fed tensions and Trump's call to cap credit card interest rates dented market sentiment. The Stoxx 600 slipped 0.2%, with banks leading losses down 1.1%. The tech giant Meta urged Australia on Monday to rethink its world-first social media ban for under 16s, while reporting that it has blocked more than 544,000 accounts under the new law. Protests in Iran against the government have entered the third week. We're giving you the international news now. Against soaring inflation and economic hardship, but soon escalated into tense nationwide unrest marked by violent clashes between protesters and security forces. The Iranian government on Sunday declared 3 days of national mourning for martyrs, including members of the security forces killed in 2 weeks of protests. US President Donald Trump on Sunday said that Iran's leadership had called seeking to negotiate on nuclear after warning of military action amid mass anti-government protests in the Islamic Republic. Iran has warned it will retaliate if attacked by the United States and accused the US and Israel of fomenting trouble. President Masoud Pezeshkian urged people to take part in a national resistance march to denounce the violence. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on Monday said that he is ready for negotiations, but these negotiations should be fair, with equal rights and based on mutual respect. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has expressed shock over reports of violence against protesters in Iran and has urged the Iranian authorities to exercise maximum restraint and also refrain from unnecessary or disproportionate use of force. In a post on Truth Social platform, the US President Donald Trump urged Cuba to make a deal or face unspecified consequences, warning that the flow of Venezuelan oil and money to Havana would stop now that the Maduro government has gone. In retaliation, the Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel wrote that no one would tell his country what to do, while Cuba's foreign minister responded by saying that his nation retained the right to import fuel without interference. Denmark's Prime Minister on Sunday said her country faces a decisive moment in its diplomatic battle with the United States over Greenland, after President Donald Trump again suggested using force to seize the Arctic territory. Donald Trump on Sunday said that his administration was working well with Venezuela's interim leader Delcy Rodriguez and that he would be open to meeting with her. He added that the United States now has de facto control of Venezuela. Rodriguez has also said that she is open to cooperate on Trump's demands for access to Venezuelan oil. Her government has also vowed to release political prisoners and begin talks on re-establishing diplomatic ties with Washington. Minneapolis residents paid their respects to a memorial located in the residential neighborhood where Renee Good, the 37-year-old woman, was fatally shot by a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent earlier this week. The shooting has sparked nationwide protests and intensified tensions over federal immigration enforcement. The Ukraine military on Sunday struck 3 drilling platforms in the Caspian Sea belonging to Russian Lukoil oil firm. Russia struck energy infrastructure in Ukraine's southern Odessa region on Monday overnight, causing blackouts and leaving over 33,500 families without electricity in the winter. The UN Security Council will hold an emergency meeting on Monday to discuss Russia's latest attacks on Ukraine following an urgent request from Kiev. Sweden will spend $1.6 billion on air defense aimed at primarily protecting people and infrastructure. The Defense Minister Paul Johnson said the experience from the current global uncertainty shows how crucial a robust and resilient air defense is. The Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said that Parliament would be recalled early on next Monday. This is to pass tougher hate speech and gun laws in the wake of the Bondi attack. Ugandans will vote in elections on Thursday, where the President Yoweri Museveni is widely expected to extend his 4-decade rule. Bobby Wine is the main opponent. Myanmar's main pro-military party won the parliamentary seat of the detained democratic leader Aung San Suu Kyi in elections run under the junta's rule. We're heading for a short break here on Express News. Keep watching DD India.
The land of forests, nature's hidden jewel. Jharkhand is a traveler's paradise. Welcome to Delhi.
Welcome back to Express News on DD India. I'm Mark Lynn. Let's resume. And now the weather-related news. Northern India continues to shiver under an intense cold wave, with temperatures in parts of the region likely to dip to around 2 degrees Celsius. The India Meteorological Department has issued alerts for several states, warning that severe cold wave conditions and dense to very dense fog will persist across northwest India. New Delhi remains in the grip of biting cold, with temperatures plunging sharply across the national capital. Several areas in Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand recorded sub-zero temperatures, while Punjab and Haryana hovered close to the freezing mark. Kashmir continues to face Chilai Kalan, the harshest 40-day winter phase. Srinagar, in fact, recorded minus 5.2 degrees Celsius. Mount Abu witnessed sub-zero temperatures, leading to ice formation on grasslands and vehicle windows. Black ice disrupted normal life across parts of western Germany on Monday. As a precautionary measure, authorities ordered the closure of more than 5,400 schools for the day. Heavy rain and melting snow have triggered flooding in parts of Scotland, prompting multiple alerts from the country's Environment Agency. Australian firefighters have warned of more bushfires in a high-risk summer after recent blazes killed one person and destroyed over 350 buildings. Lava flowed from Hawaii's Kilauea volcano as flames, smoke and ash erupted from two craters, with authorities warning that an eruption may be imminent. Forest fires in southern Argentina have scorched over 15,000 hectares as hundreds of firefighters battle the fast-spreading blazes. Republic Day rehearsals continued at India Gate as security personnel and parade participants carried out preparations for the national celebrations. 10 women above the age of 60 made their Bharatanatyam debut in Kerala's Thrissur district. Classic automobiles rolled through Kolkata during the 55th Statesman Vintage and Classic Car Rally. The 30-kilometer event featured iconic brands including Studebaker, Chevrolet, Dodge, Austin and Morris. Ice skating enthusiasts in Simla are celebrating the reopening of the city's iconic open-air ice skating rink, one of Asia's oldest and also a historic landmark of Himachal Pradesh. Over 1 lakh visitors attended the 9-day Udyan Utsav at the Rashtrapati Nilayam in Bolarum. This festival, it highlighted India's heritage through more than 120 exhibitors across themed zones. Indian mountaineer Haritra Roy has successfully summited Mount Aconcagua in Argentina, the highest peak outside Asia. Swami Vivekananda's 164th birth anniversary was observed with devotion at the Swami Vivekananda Ancestral House and Cultural Center in Kolkata. Devotees gathered in large numbers at the Triveni Sangam in Prayagraj during the sacred month of Magh, taking holy dips and also offering prayers as part of the ongoing Magh Mela. Reflecting on the positive social shift, Dhyan Dhi Lohri was celebrated in a village in Jalandhar, where 5,100 newborn girls were honored in a collective ceremony. Toy maker Mattel has launched its first autistic Barbie doll. The doll features thoughtful elements aimed at reflecting neurodivergent experiences. Braving sub-zero temperatures of -8 degrees Celsius, winter swimmers plunged into Berlin's Onanaksee Lake. They are continuing to, this is a long-standing cold water swimming tradition. A traditional Afro-Brazilian festival filled the streets of Ouro Preto with music and dance honoring revered saints and Chico Rei. From perilous deep-sea dives to modern floating farms, the UAE is keeping its pearl heritage alive. In the calm waters of Ras Al Khaimah, visitors now travel by boat, also to floating pearl farms where an age-old Emirati tradition continues to thrive. Giant pandas Chen Qing and Xiao Yu, they made their public debut at Zoo Negara in Malaysia. They drew large crowds of visitors after completing their quarantine and also acclimatization period. The entertainment news now, and at the 83rd Golden Globes comedy series, the thriller, in fact, one battle after another, emerged as the night's biggest winner, bagging the Best Motion Picture, musical or comedy, while Teyana Taylor won the Best Supporting Actress. The filmmaker Paul Thomas Anderson dominated the creative categories, winning both Best Director and Best Screenplay at this year's Golden Globes. The animated feature K-pop Demon Hunters struck gold, winning Best Animated Film along with Best Original Song at the Golden Globes. The Brazilian film The Secret Agent won the Best Foreign Language Film, with Wagner Moura also taking home the Best Actor in the drama category. Timothée Chalamet and Rose Byrne claimed top acting honors in the musical or comedy categories at the 83rd Golden Globes. On the television front, The Pit won Best Drama Series, while Noah Wyle was named the Best Actor in the drama series. Limited Series Adolescence won the Best Limited Series, with Stephen Graham securing Best Actor for his performance. In a first for the Golden Globes, Amy Poehler won the Best Podcast, while Vicky Gervais took home the award for the Best Stand-Up Comedy. Bahrain-based singer-producer Flipperacci is set to make his India debut, in fact announcing his first ever show in the country, with Bengaluru hosting this opening act of the tour. Rani Mukherjee star Mardani 3 has a new release date, and the film is now set for release in theatres on the 31st of this month. It pre-opened from its earlier February 27 release. Sports news now, and the India batter Virat Kohli became the second highest run scorer across all formats of international cricket during his match-winning 93 against New Zealand in Vadodara. Kohli went past Sri Lanka's Kumar Sangakkara, who had scored 28,016 runs, to move into second place behind fellow Indian, the icon and the great Sachin Tendulkar. India's all-rounder Washington Sundar has been ruled out of the one-day series against New Zealand after suffering a rib injury in the opening match in Vadodara. India's fast bowler Harshit Rana has confirmed that the team management has asked him to improve his batting skills, as they want him to be an all-rounder. Sophie Devine starred with both bat and ball as Gujarat Giants edged past Delhi Capitals by 4 runs in a thrilling match of the Women's Premier League in Navi Mumbai. India's top shuttlers, including PV Sindhu and Lakshya Sen, will look to convert recent form into results on home courts, not home turf, as the Indian Open, or the India Open, begins in New Delhi on Tuesday. Top-ranked player Carlos Alcaraz and the defending champion Yannick Sinner, they've arrived in Melbourne, and they are going to begin preparations for the Australian Open. It begins on the 18th of this month. Poland battled past Switzerland 2-1 in the United Cup final to secure a long-awaited maiden triumph in the season-opening mixed team competition in Sydney. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka brushed aside Marta Kostyuk 6-4, 6-3 in the Brisbane International Final to retain the title without losing a set. Daniil Medvedev beat Brandon Nakashima 6-2, 7-6 to lift the Brisbane International title, starting the 2026 season on a strong note. The former world number 3 Milos Raonic retired from tennis, ending a career that earned him 8 ATP titles. Rafinha scored twice as Barcelona won the Spanish Super Cup after an intense 3-2 victory over Real Madrid in Jeddah. Bayern Munich started the new year demolishing Wolfsburg 8-1 in the Bundesliga to expand the lead at the top as the league resumed after a winter break. Manchester United's problems mounted as the Red Devils crashed out of the Football Association Challenge Cup after a 2-1 defeat against Brighton. The International Olympic Committee has said that a new ice hockey arena is set to stage top matches at the 2026 Winter Olympics, and it has received a positive review after test games. That's all we have in the Express News. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.